Due to technical reasons, I won't be able to use the camera, but the reason I'm recording this Loom video is to show you how I helped a small scale business sign 3 to 5 clients every month without any hassle. So in this Loom video, my goal is to show you what a cold email system can do and how it is useful. The below email shows how the email was useful through CTRs and impressions. So here the CTR is nothing but click-through rate. So the purple line denotes the click-through rate after sending an automated cold email system, whereas a blue line indicates before sending an email cold system. Here is the basic definition. Click-through rate is used to tell how well your keywords, ads, and the listings, emails were performing. Impression is known as a view-through, is when a user sees an advertisement and how he reacts to that advertisement. Testimonials. So basically, how my emails are doing and the results I got from my clients. The first client, his name, I couldn't show the full name, but one day I saw through his ads. I was interested in his product, so I went on and found out he was selling a gym creatinine product. So I briefed him up, I messaged him, hey man, do you have a copywriter who is sending newsletter? Never had an idea about a copywriter, and he was more interested about it. So I booked a meeting with him through Calendly, and there we discussed the potentials about the copywriter, how useful a copywriter is, and what other things he can do other than just building a copy. Or after a few months, I worked with him for precisely 2 months. So this was the results I got with him. I was on the second week of me working with him. I just had a meeting with my second client today. As you can see, the cold emails clearly work. The second is a gym coach who does online coaching and wanted a copywriter. He himself messaged me about my prices, how much do I charge for building a sales landing page or sales page, and how much I charge for a cold email, that is newsletter. So we discussed everything about that in Zoom. Then he was very much interested in my work. Then we started and I built him a landing page. The cold email system took some time, but the cold email system which I designed for him was able to send 50 to 100 emails per day without landing in the spam folder. That is very important. Then because of him, I was able to land another client who does e-commerce. So basically, because of one deal, I was able to sign 2 other clients. That was my results. So what do I do? This is a step-by-step method for my cold email. In this, first, I generate the leads. The leads are nothing but your potential clients. Potential clients are the people who will buy your product / course / whatever you're selling. First, I generate the leads, test the leads, then obviously create an email template. Then I send the email template to you. Let's say a specific line that I added didn't show through your product. So you give me a feedback. Then I figure out what's the problem, correct the email. Then if everything is right, I generate at least 3 email templates with 3 headlines. Now, if you ask me, headline is more important than the actual email, because if your headline is trash, nobody's going to open the email. So with 3 email templates and 3 beautiful headlines, I send it to you. If you are interested, then I send it to the leads, hoping they click on the link and they buy the product. If they do not click on the link, I send them a follow-up email after 3 to 5 days. Follow-up email is the most important format of email, because let's say your client read your email, but due to some reason he didn't click the link, but he was very much interested in your product. So the follow-up email's job is to make sure the client is again remembers your product, clicks the link, buys your product. So follow-up email is actually very much important. And the second picture indicates what I do in a point-to-point manner. Research, setup, write, analyze, optimize, obviously. Then about my work. So when I'm sending bulk emails are kind of tricky, but not tricky at the same part. Because when you're sending bulk emails, you have to make sure they don't end up in the spam folder. So what I do, so basically I buy 3 to 5 domains under similar names. Why do I buy those domains? Let's say I send an email through your domain. Let's say you have a domain called as skyblink at skyblink at creatine.com. That is your main email, main domain. And I send 1500 emails per day through that. But Gmail recognizes you as a spam. Then your main domain is done. You cannot recover it from being recognized as a spam. That's why I buy 3 to 5 domains and send at least 1 to 5 leads to warm up the specific domain, because warming up is equally important to buying the domain. And the warming up process takes at least 7 days, 5 to 7 days max. After I warm up the prospect, I use the leads which I have generated. Then I send the cold email system, about 1500 emails with each domain. That's why it's a little tricky but an interesting process. And the third point just explains what I do to that it does not end up in spam folder. Numbers. Based on my experience, the number game, for every 250 emails, I get at least 5 to 80 replies. For every 600 emails, I get 10 to 13 replies. It can vary a lot. But other than that, the most important thing is follow email. The follow email is mostly based on my experience, where they click the link in the follow email, not the first email, but the second or the third email that I send it to them is the most important. And the click-through rate. So the specific email, the amount of people who click the link, based on my experience, is around 30 to 40%. That is 4 to 6 clients per month. But I have seen some of my clients get 8 clients, 10 clients per month. So it varies. My Instagram ID, VS Agency. I just started my Instagram ID, so I don't have much followers. But if you have any doubts, just shoot me through my DMs. And somewhere in the Gmail, I would have included my Calendly link. There you can book a convenient time slot. Then we can have a chat through Zoom. Thank you so much. It's me, Varshit. Let's meet at the Zoom call.